Pope Francis is a figure of immense importance on the world stage. As the head of the Catholic Church, he is the spiritual leader to over 1.3 billion people. His pronouncements on matters of faith and morals carry significant weight. Pope Francis is known for his humility, his emphasis on mercy and compassion, and his commitment to social justice. He has spoken out forcefully on issues such as poverty, inequality, and climate change. His papacy has been marked by a renewed focus on the poor and marginalized. His influence extends far beyond the walls of the Vatican. Regardless of one's personal beliefs, there is no denying the profound impact Pope Francis has had on the world. The papacy is a demanding role both physically and mentally. The Pope is expected to maintain a grueling schedule of public appearances, meetings, and travel. Pope Francis, in his late 80s, has faced his share of health challenges in recent years. He has spoken openly about his struggles with sciatica, a painful condition affecting the lower back and legs. Despite these challenges, he has shown remarkable resilience and determination in carrying out his duties. The role requires stamina, strength, and the ability to withstand long hours and frequent travel. As Pope Francis ages, concerns about his health and well-being have grown. Yet, they also draw inspiration from his unwavering commitment to his faith and his mission. The health of a pope is not simply a private matter, it is a matter of public interest and concern. The Pope is a symbol of unity and stability for Catholics worldwide. Any decline in his health can cause anxiety and uncertainty. The Vatican, acutely aware of this, has become more transparent in recent years about the Pope's health. Regular medical bulletins are issued and updates are provided on any medical procedures or treatments he undergoes. This openness is a departure from the past, when the Vatican was often tight-lipped about the health of the pontiff. Medical experts have weighed in on the Pope's health, offering their insights and analyses. The world watches and waits, hoping for the best but understanding that the Pope's health is a matter of ongoing concern. Recent months have seen heightened attention on Pope Francis's health. This followed a series of cancelled or postponed engagements. Whispers and rumors, amplified by social media, quickly spiraled. Some outlets even published unsubstantiated reports, fueling anxiety among the Catholic faithful. The lack of clear, consistent information from the Vatican in the initial days only exacerbated the situation. This period underscored the intense global interest in the Pope's well-being. It also highlighted the speed at which misinformation can spread in our hyper-connected world. Maintaining trust and controlling the narrative in the face of relentless speculation is a constant battle. As concern mounted, the Vatican moved to address the speculation. Official statements, carefully worded but reassuring in tone, were released to the press. These statements emphasized that the Pope was experiencing only minor ailments common to individuals his age. They stressed that he remained mentally alert and continued to carry out his duties, albeit at a slightly reduced pace. Furthermore, the Vatican began providing more frequent updates on the Pope's health. These updates included details about his medical appointments, treatments, and overall condition. The Vatican also released photographs and videos of the Pope. These visuals, often depicting him engaging in his usual activities, served as powerful counterpoints to the more alarming narratives circulating online. The strategy, while initially reactive, proved effective in calming nerves and restoring a sense of normalcy. It is important to remember that this is not the first time Pope Francis's health has been the subject of public scrutiny. Throughout his papacy, he has openly discussed his various ailments. These include sciatica, which causes him persistent pain, and a respiratory condition that necessitates careful monitoring. Despite these challenges, Pope Francis has consistently demonstrated remarkable resilience. He has rarely allowed his health to impede his duties or to dampen his spirits. This resilience has endeared him to Catholics and non-Catholics alike. Pope Francis's example reminds us that strength and determination can overcome even the most daunting obstacles. One particular concern that arose in recent months was related to the Pope's respiratory health. He was seen on several occasions using a wheelchair and at times seemed to experience shortness of breath. This led to speculation about a recurrence of the respiratory problems that had plagued him in his youth. However, the Vatican was quick to address these concerns. They clarified that the Pope's recent respiratory issues were not related to his previous surgery. They emphasized that his overall respiratory health remained good, and he was not experiencing any serious complications. To alleviate concerns, the Pope himself addressed the issue directly during one of his weekly addresses. This candidness and good humor went a long way in reassuring the public. Pope Francis's approach to healthcare reflects a modern sensibility. He has not shied away from seeking medical attention when needed, embracing advances in treatment and technology. This stands in contrast to some of his predecessors, who often shrouded their health issues in secrecy. The Vatican has, in recent years, assembled a team of renowned medical experts to oversee the Pope's health. This team includes specialists in various fields, ensuring that the Pope receives comprehensive and up-to-date care. This approach reflects the understanding that the Pope's health is not just a personal matter, but one of global significance. By being open about his health and the care he receives, Pope Francis helps to destigmatize seeking medical attention. This modern approach to healthcare has been largely welcomed, praised for its transparency and its reliance on scientific expertise. One of the most persistent health issues that has plagued Pope Francis during his papacy is sciatica. This condition, which affects the sciatic nerve running from the lower back down the legs, can cause significant pain, numbness, and weakness. Pope Francis has openly spoken about his struggles with sciatica, acknowledging the limitations it sometimes imposes on his mobility. To address his sciatica, Pope Francis has undergone a variety of treatments, including physiotherapy, pain management medication, and steroid injections. The Vatican has stressed the importance of rest and exercise in managing the Pope's sciatica. This ongoing management of a chronic condition like sciatica highlights the challenges faced by even the most physically fit individuals as they age. In July 2021, Pope Francis underwent planned surgery to address a symptomatic diverticular stenosis of the colon. The surgery, a left hemicolectomy, involved the removal of a portion of the colon. It was performed at Rome's Gemelli Hospital, known for its expertise in gastroenterology. The surgery was successful, and Pope Francis made a good recovery, spending 10 days in the hospital before returning to the Vatican. During his hospital stay, he received numerous well wishes from world leaders and everyday citizens alike, a testament to his global standing. The Pope's willingness to undergo surgery and to speak openly about his experience helped to raise awareness about colon health. His recovery, while steady, served as a reminder of the importance of allowing adequate time for healing and rehabilitation. While Pope Francis has faced various health challenges, he has also demonstrated a commitment to preventative care and maintaining his overall well-being. He follows a balanced diet, engages in regular exercise, and places great importance on rest and reflection. The Vatican has implemented measures to promote a healthy lifestyle for the Pope, including providing him with access to a well-equipped gym and ensuring that he has time for walks in the Vatican gardens. The Pope's medical team conducts regular checkups to monitor his health and address any potential issues proactively. By focusing on preventative care, the Vatican aims to mitigate the risks associated with aging and to support the Pope in carrying out his demanding duties. Despite his age and health challenges, Pope Francis continues to display remarkable stamina and a relentless work ethic. His energy and commitment serve as a testament to the power of the human spirit and the importance of maintaining both physical and mental well-being. Pope Francis places great emphasis on being a visible presence among the faithful. He views his role as a pastor, a shepherd tending to his flock. This is reflected in his approach to public appearances. Unlike some of his predecessors, who maintained a more distant and regal air, Pope Francis is known for his warmth, humility, and accessibility. He seems most at ease when interacting directly with people, whether it be greeting crowds in St. Peter's Square or visiting a local parish. His public appearances are often unscripted and spontaneous. This informality has endeared him to Catholics and non-Catholics alike. Pope Francis understands the power of symbolism and the importance of connecting with people on an emotional level. His public appearances are not merely ceremonial obligations, but opportunities to minister to the faithful, offering comfort, encouragement, and a tangible expression of his pastoral care. In recent years, as Pope Francis has faced increasing health challenges, his public appearances have necessarily undergone some adjustments. He has at times used a wheelchair or a cane for assistance, acknowledging the limitations imposed by his sciatica and other ailments. The Vatican has also made modifications to certain events to accommodate the Pope's needs. Despite these adaptations, Pope Francis remains determined to maintain as full a schedule of public engagements as possible. He approaches these adjustments not as concessions to weakness but as practical solutions that allow him to continue fulfilling his duties to the best of his ability. His willingness to adapt and to show vulnerability has resonated with many, particularly those facing their own health struggles. Despite the adjustments and the occasional need for assistance, Pope Francis's public appearances retain their power and resonance. His physical presence, even when seated in a wheelchair, commands attention. His words, spoken with his characteristic warmth and conviction, continue to inspire and challenge. There is a palpable energy that emanates from him, a sense of joy and purpose that transcends any physical limitations. Those who have witnessed him in person speak of his charisma, his ability to connect with individuals on a deeply personal level. He has a gift for making everyone feel seen and heard, whether it be a visiting dignitary or a child offering him a flower. His public appearances are not merely performances but genuine encounters, opportunities for shared humanity and spiritual connection. They are a testament to the enduring power of presence, the irreplaceable value of human connection in an increasingly digital world. The faithful gather not simply to see the Pope, but to be in his presence, to receive his blessing, and to draw strength from his example of resilience and faith. While Pope Francis places great importance on being present among the faithful in Rome, his public appearances extend far beyond the walls of the Vatican. He is a global figure, and his travels are followed closely by millions around the world. His papal visits to countries grappling with poverty, conflict, or natural disasters are major international events. They provide him with a platform to address pressing social issues, to call for peace and justice, and to offer comfort and solidarity to those who are suffering. These trips, while physically demanding, are of paramount importance to Pope Francis. They are an opportunity to extend his pastoral care to the peripheries of the world, to shine a light on forgotten crises, and to amplify the voices of the marginalized. His recent health challenges have raised questions about the sustainability of such a grueling travel schedule. However, the Pope remains committed to engaging with the world outside the Vatican, albeit with some necessary adjustments. His travels, whether to a refugee camp in Greece or a war-torn city in Ukraine, are a powerful testament to his belief in the universality of human dignity and his unwavering commitment to being a voice for the voiceless. They serve as a reminder that the Church's mission extends far beyond the confines of its buildings, and that true faith demands action and engagement with the world's most pressing problems. Pope Francis's health rightfully commands global attention. His pontificate, marked by its distinctive blend of theological progressiveness and unwavering commitment to social justice, has left an indelible mark on the Catholic Church. His every cough, every assisted step, is scrutinized for what it might portend for the future of the 1.3 billion-strong faith he leads. At the heart of this concern lies the recognition that Francis is no caretaker pope. He is a reformer, actively seeking to reshape the Church's image and priorities for the 21st century. His emphasis on mercy over judgment, his outreach to marginalized communities, his pronouncements on climate change and economic inequality, these have not been uncontroversial. Within the Church, traditionalist factions have grumbled, their resistance to change palpable. Yet Francis has pressed on, his vision clear. The question now, as his health fluctuates, is how much of this legacy will endure should his papacy come to an unexpected end. Will his successor, inevitably chosen by cardinals shaped by Francis's appointments, continue down this path? Or will the pendulum swing back, ushering in an era more in line with the Church's pre-Francis stance? While no pope reigns forever, the presence of two living popes, one reigning, one emeritus, is historically unusual. Were Francis to step down, the protocols surrounding three living pontiffs are uncharted waters. The pope represents a direct link to the lineage of St. Peter, a source of spiritual authority and guidance. To have that figure suddenly absent creates a void. This is the greatest testament to the impact of Jorge Mario Bergoglio. The concern over Pope Francis's health extends far beyond the confines of the Vatican, or even the Catholic Church itself. World leaders recognize in him a moral voice often lacking on the geopolitical stage. His pronouncements on issues like climate change, refugee crises, and economic inequality carry a weight that transcends religious affiliation. His critiques of unfettered capitalism, his calls for greater compassion for the marginalized, these resonate with many who find themselves disillusioned by secular institutions. Francis has in many ways repositioned the Catholic Church as a champion of social justice, a defender of the vulnerable, a voice for the voiceless. This shift has not been without its critics, but it has undeniably elevated the Church's standing on the global stage. His health, therefore, becomes a matter of international interest, his continued presence a source of hope for those who see in him a beacon of moral clarity in an increasingly complex world. The outpouring of concern from across religious and national divides speaks to the unique position he has carved out for himself. The impact of Pope Francis's health extends even to those who might not identify with any particular faith. In a world often driven by cynicism and self-interest, he represents a rare example of authentic compassion and unwavering commitment to principles. His willingness to speak truth to power, to challenge the status quo even when it makes him unpopular, resonates with those yearning for principled leadership. He is seen as a figure of integrity, a man who lives out his beliefs, even as he grapples with the limitations of his own human frailty. His struggles with sciatica, his use of a wheelchair, these are not seen as weaknesses, but as reminders that even the most powerful among us are subject to the vicissitudes of life. This vulnerability, far from diminishing his stature, enhances it. It makes him relatable, human, and all the more deserving of respect and admiration. In a world often starved for authenticity, Pope Francis's very existence, his struggles, his triumphs, his unwavering commitment to his vision, these offer a glimmer of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit, guided by compassion and faith, can still shine brightly. Pope Francis's pontificate, even after a decade, remains a work in progress. He inherited a church grappling with internal divisions, facing external pressures, and struggling to reconcile its ancient traditions with the realities of a rapidly changing world. His efforts to chart a new course, to emphasize mercy and compassion over judgment and dogma, have earned him both ardent admirers and staunch critics. His papacy has been a testament to the enduring power of faith to inspire hope and to challenge injustice. Yet, it has also exposed the deep-seated resistance to change that exists within any large and complex institution. The health challenges that have increasingly marked his later years serve as a poignant reminder of the fragility of human existence, even for those who seem larger than life. The world holds its breath, aware that each public appearance, each heartfelt message, could be among his last. This awareness casts a long shadow, but it also serves to sharpen the focus on his legacy, on the indelible mark he has already made. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his health and the inevitable speculation about his successor, one thing remains clear. Pope Francis has fundamentally altered the conversation within and about the Catholic Church. He has challenged long-held assumptions, pushed boundaries, and perhaps most importantly, reminded the world that the true measure of any faith lies not in its pronouncements, but in its actions. His emphasis on social justice, his embrace of interfaith dialogue, his unwavering commitment to the poor and marginalized, these have not just been words, They have been lived experiences, a testament to his belief that faith without works is dead. He has urged Catholics and non-Catholics alike to see beyond the confines of their own beliefs, to recognize the inherent dignity of every human being, and to embrace a spirit of radical compassion and inclusivity. This message, this call to action, transcends any particular religion or ideology. It speaks to a deep-seated yearning for meaning and purpose, for a world where love, not fear, guides our actions. As Pope Francis navigates the challenges of his advancing years, the world watches and waits. There is hope that he will continue to grace us with his presence and wisdom. Yet, time is a finite resource. The Catholic Church is at a crossroads. Decisions made now will have profound implications. Will the seeds of reform sown by Francis take root? Will the Church continue to be a force for social justice? These are questions only time can answer. For now, we offer our prayers and support. His legacy will be judged by his impact. The world needs his message now more than ever, whether from the chair of St. Peter or in retirement.